Welcome back to the channel, you guys. As you guys can see, you guys see a little bit of a front end clip of the 300. Oh man, do I miss this car. I absolutely loved it to pieces. It was just too much to deal with mechanically, but we will be getting another one. This is probably the only thing I regret selling that I have ever sold or that I've ever had. This is gorgeous. As you can see, she's getting all tinted up at the swap shop. If you know, you know. And I loved her transformation. Be sure to look back at the video of me purchasing the car for more information on this. But this is such a smooth riding car, just absolutely gorgeous. And I can't wait to be a 300 owner once again. This was everything. I didn't end up switching out the rims and stuff like I had planned to because the car just didn't last that long. But we will be doing that shortly. I had hit a deer too, so it had put a dent in my fender. If you see that dent right there, that deer had totally ran into me. But it's okay. I still loved it anyways. This is the valve cover leak that I just didn't want to fix. Hi y'all, Christian Styles back for another video. And if you guys are coming from the other video, why I sold the Suburban, this is going to be about the Chrysler 300 in my plans for it. As you guys know, I did sell the Chrysler 300. And I sold it rather quickly. I bought it and only had it for like a month or two or 3 months, or it was a very short period of time. Why I sold it, I'm gonna get into that now. Okay, so the car didn't have AC. The car didn't have AC when I bought it, but I was buying it from somebody that I had known for a very, very long time. And I had gotten in touch with him down here in Florida, because he used to live here. Then he relocated up there, and I was kind of chasing the car because he had it for sale for quite some time up there or whatever. So by the time he was ready to like truly let it go, we just finally met up, and then I just went through with it. I just ended up buying it from him, and I knew that it worked, and I knew that it was good. There's the DTS again, guys. What a pretty car the DTS is. Gorgeous, gorgeous DTS. Okay, just love Cadillac DTS. Damn. All right, so, and I knew what the mechanical history was because he said that he brings his kids, he picks up his kids in it every day, and he's driving it as he's selling it. And that's always a good sign. When the vehicle is still being driven while it's up for sale, that's actually a really good sign because it works. It's not just sitting in somebody's yard somewhere rotting to hell. It works because they rely on it every day. So that was a wonderful thing to see. Like, if anybody's ever selling it, that's one of the questions that you ask. Is the vehicle still being driven, or is it parked? Because when a car sits for a long time, it creates weird, funky little issues that probably wouldn't be happening otherwise. Even when you're selling a car, just be sure to start it every once in a while and drive it, even if it's just to go to the store and back home, just so that it gets some sort of usage, and the rotors don't get all clunked up, and you know, stuff like that. Because people can tell when a car has just sat and was not being used. People can totally tell. And then it creates a problem. So I just want, you know, that's just my little PSA on that. So, is this the GTS? What is this? Oh, I was about to say because I hear a car behind me. So the 300, yeah, so I knew it was good, and I knew that it was being used like it should have been being used. And it was being used every day, and it was good. What he didn't tell me was that the AC didn't work and stuff like that. Now, it was winter time, and it was really, really cold, so I wasn't really concerned with the AC not working. I just thought that, okay, it needed Freon or whatever. He didn't really go into detail, and to be quite honest, I didn't really ask much questions. I just was like, okay, it doesn't work. Then I found out that the dealership needed to reset the whole HVAC system because it was missing all the fuses for it and a lot of other parts and missing components so that the AC could function properly. That I had no idea about, and I wish I had done more research, but I went to the dealership and they said something over $2,000 to get the whole thing sorted out, and that was one of my biggest reasons, because when it went to summertime, it was just extremely too hot to be riding around in a car with no AC with someone with a young child. I just wasn't going to do it. So that was the number one reason. And the $900 plus repairs to fix a muscle car like that, every other week, like I did spark plugs or something, like, and then the next thing went wrong, and then the next thing went wrong. But the Chrysler 300 is something that is such a classic. Midnight Club, Dub Edition 2 and 3 or whatever. But it's such a classic, and it's such an icon, and it shaped pop culture, and it shaped the world. I love iconic shit. So, in the words of Kim Kardashian, so I will be buying another 300 for sure. An S, a Heritage Edition, something. I will be buying a Chrysler 300. I don't care if it's a first generation again. I don't care if it's a second gen. I just love the Chrysler 300. I really want both generations, which I probably will get around to buying both of them, because I think that in about a day or so I'm gonna buy a first gen, because someone offered it to me for like $1,500, so I may end up getting another one. We'll see. But right now, like I said in the last video, my focus is the GMT 800 trucks. My truck collection is what I'm most concerned with right now, as far as the fleet is concerned. Then we'll get into the sedans once all my trucks are where they should be. So, I love the 300. I cannot say that enough. I can't express that enough. I just love it. I love everything about it, especially the first generation, because the first generation is on the Mercedes-Benz E-Class platform from way back in the day, because Daimler and Chrysler were one, so Mercedes and Chrysler, they merged back in the day, or they were merged, or they were one company, or whatever back in the day, and that was probably the best merger that could have possibly happened. So you have an American body with German engineering underneath, and the platform is German engineering, which paid dividends for the ride quality and I mean, you could hit 10, 15 potholes and you won't feel that shit. And I just love it. I just love it. And so I took that car to work every day, didn't have a problem. I took that car to Florida and back, didn't have a problem. I went road tripping in that car, never had an issue. So I would say it's probably one that I would recommend immediately, and it's probably one that's going to be coming back to the channel. It's going to come back to the fleet. It didn't cost me that much to buy, and the repairs were minuscule, I guess. Kind of. Yeah, so just be prepared for the bill that you get when it's time to repair it, for the maintenance of it. Because of their merger back in, I don't know, 2004, I think it was, those two companies were one, and because of that, I think is why the maintenance part of it, or the maintenance bill for it, was so high. Because it was a German-American car, German-American. It was very German-American. So I love everything about the Chrysler 300. That Acura is so loud for no reason and so annoying. It's this clapped out, old ass, raggedy ass. I hate loud cars. Hate it. Fucking hate Acuras. I fucking hate Honda. Just, ugh. Anyways, it's just such a nigga car. Anyways, so I really like it, and that brings me to my next point. It's super classy. The 300 is a super classy vehicle. I only drive things that have class to them, that make a statement, that make a bold statement, that have history behind it. The Suburban, with its 90-year history, has history behind it. It's iconic. It's everything. The Chrysler 300 is iconic. It shaped pop culture. The Escalade is iconic. It created pop culture. It created the status symbol for vehicles. Everybody wanted to copy that model and that mold, and you know, that's luxury cars weren't really a thing before the Escalade. Then they said, oh, well, maybe if we made cars this way, and you know, or SUVs weren't luxurious before the Escalade, let's put it that way. Nobody was doing that, and then Lincoln did it, and then Cadillac followed, and then everybody forgot about Lincoln, rightfully so. And now Escalade's at the top. It's been at the top. It'll continue to be at the top. So these cars mean something to the world, to car culture, to, you know, and so I absolutely will be buying another Chrysler 300. But I basically sold it because it didn't have AC, and I was tired of paying $900 for the repairs. Those are the only two real reasons. I actually really wish that that last repair for the head gaskets and whatnot, not the head gaskets, what was it? The valve cover. The valve cover. I wish that I had just paid the bill instead of selling it, but I sold it because I just didn't want to deal with it. And then I was moving states, and I was like, well, if I keep it, then how am I supposed to transport it if it's smoking? And, you know, all those kinds of things came into play as well. But I absolutely wish I would have kept it. I wish I would have kept it. And I will be buying another one. So there's that. So that's my thoughts on that. So if you guys liked the video, hit the like button, share, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about the Chrysler 300 or any of the other cars that I mentioned. What cars do you think I should take a look at? And we'll basically go from there. Any car that you think that I would like, just leave it in the comment section down below. I'll probably do some research on it if I don't already know about it, and take a look. And hit the subscribe button, hit all, so you guys get notified every time I upload a new video. And as I always say, guys, stay perfectly imperfect, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.